today. Hello. We are on holiday. So my assistant lecturer is around. I just fixed the channel. So we are starting because I've started recording. Let's see if I want to pause this one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for those that are not listening to it from Nigeria. It's a pleasure being with you today, and thank you for joining me. So, due to the season of which this video is coming out, it is very important that we also talk about leadership. You know, one thing is looking out for the best government, the best leader, the best person to lead us and everything. Another thing is being ready for that leadership. Take note that winning the best contracts does not lie only in the vote. Even the president or the governor that are going to elect into power will not just fall on you tomorrow if you don't have some level of competence that will let them know that, oh, this person is the right one for the job. You have to be able to put yourself out in the best way. You have to be able to put your message out in the best way. You have to be able to even make your business as attractive as it is meant to be for you to be able to qualify for certain things that you are meant to do. So all of these are very, very important. So it's not just about saying that, yes, this is my candidate, whether you like it or not, you have to vote for my candidate or I'm voting for my candidate. But then what are the things that you are going to do or that you have to do or that you have to put in place so that that right candidate will one day call on you or recognize you, or some of the provisions that he's going to be making will actually be in your favor. So it is important. And this is why most of these programs that we are doing are very, very important. Thank you very much while we go back to the class. And please, your safety, prepare yourself very well while you go and cast your vote tomorrow. So welcome back to the topic for today. Welcome back to the topic for today. So, SCAMPER. You know, people will be wondering that which one again is SCAMPER and why is it very, very important when it comes to business? Just like SWOT analysis. Why SWOT analysis help you? SWOT analysis help you to be able to assess your business, build strategies, understand where you need to put in work. SCAMPER techniques help you. It's a kind of brainstorming tool, you know, that will help you to be able to develop your products, your services in a way that will even work for you. And I love this topic from the first day that I have been hearing about it. I love it so much, and I never stop to tell people about it. So whenever you are working on your business or all that, have this thing at the back of your mind that is called SCAMPER. Especially the way the economy is now, I must tell you that SCAMPER technique is very important because now a lot of insufficiency out there. The bills are piling up. You need to meet up with one thing or the other. You need to add this thing. You need to add that. How do you do all of these things and it is profitable? Because doing everything that you are expected to do or that your business expects you to do is one thing. And another thing is being able to put it out there in the proper way. You understand? So this is very important that you understand what this SCAMPER thing is all about. So let me go back to the slide. So SCAMPER. SCAMPER is the acronym for substitute, combine, adapt, modify. Purpose. Purpose is like putting to supposed to. Sorry, I always forget that on Telegram. I have to go back to where I opened the file to scroll from there. So purpose is like putting to another use, then eliminate and rearrange. At the end of this topic, you'll be able to understand that all of these things are very, very important in your business. So what are you doing? Let's start with substitutes. And I'm even happy at the situation of the country at the moment, whereby so much is needed, so much is being done, and with limited resources, or you need to kind of work with a budget. Because output is output. The business will not come down. I mean, your customer, your target audience at times will not come down to your level. You have to go up to their level. So going up to their level, how do you do it in a way that it is not going to really affect you that much? This is where substitutes is very important. And like substitutes is defined in the dictionary. So I'm trying to scroll. There's my slide. Okay. Okay. So substitutes, like let me look for the best layman's language that I can use to explain substitute for the benefit of those that may be joining us or that will be watching later. So substitute is like a thing that you use to serve in place of another. So you need this thing, it is not available, but you have something else that you can use to replace it and still get that output. So let's say I'm the facilitator now. Maybe I have another engagement, and this time around, it's not like the engagement that I can postpone the class. Then I had to look for someone else to do this class, deliver it in the best way. So I'm substituting myself. So that is what substitute is. So when you use something in place of another. So here I said, for your business, when you're substituting, let's say you are into, okay, let me first of all read what I have here. Find a part of your concept, product, services, or process that you could replace with another to see whether it will result in improvements. This will help you test which alternative works better, like trial and error process. So like, let me even use sewing machine as an example, or generator. Power supply is of a great challenge in some parts of Nigeria now, and you still need power supply to work. So what are the substitutes? If I am on generator now, if I should turn off my generator, my light will still be on, not my ring lights. Like the main light is still going to be on. It's not powered by solar or inverter. It is just that so that we will not be carrying rechargeable lamp or torch lights around in the house. We had to fix these bulbs. Then maybe we are walking and power supply, we run out of power supply, maybe card or fuel. Then there is nothing like, oh, I need to walk. So we have to fix all those bulbs as an alternative, so that whereby we need to work before we get every other thing. Work is not stopping. So that is an example of substitute. So rather than using the regular bulbs, I substituted for the rechargeable bulbs. It should still be able to give you the same output. So looking at your business now, you've checked your SWOT analysis, you know where your weakness comes from. So this Scamper can help you where that weakness comes from. Because you've been able to identify the weaknesses that you have or that your business has, then look at what you can substitute that will help you to be able to still deliver. Is it that your industrial machine is always making you on the generator when you don't need to? Okay, get the manual one. Okay, you don't want to use the manual. There is that industrial machine also that uses inverter now. Maybe that is what you are now going to get to be able to work, so that whenever you need to work, there is nothing like, whenever you are working, there is nothing like there is no power supply, or once you run out of power supply, you know that that sewing machine will still continue to work, because your efficiency and effectiveness is very important in the business they are doing. So that is it. Substitute even materials, like those that are into dressmaking, tailoring, like that. When I started my business newly, that young new business owner that wants to deliver, let people know you are the best. Whenever I go into the market, I live in a high-growth environment. So definitely cost of living is moderately high, not like Ikoyi that is very high. So when I go to the market, I pick the best hairstay, I pick the best everything, the best zipper, the best this, the best that. I use, some very high quality brand zips. Then I realized that because I'm just starting, and I'm so glad that I'm using this example as a point of reference, because I was just starting then, to an extent, not everybody wants to pay the price. They want to see maybe I'll be able to deliver. You understand? So they don't want to pay me that full price. And I don't want to reduce the quality of my service. I want to maintain the quality of my service. So what I did was go into the market, maybe window shopping or while I want to shop, check for materials that are very good and can still serve my customers in a way that my customers will not even need to worry that I'm not giving them what I used to give. So rather than using that estate then that was very expensive for me, because I have the amount that I want to earn from whatever I'm doing, and using that material will reduce that income for me. So I started working on this imported paper stay at that point. I didn't even know about imported paper stay then. I just looked for some stay like that. Then the zipper, I saw these bill zips that are very strong, durable. I started using them. And in fact, at times, my customers will tell me they like how the clothes feel, even without using those things. I'm not telling you to go and start using inferior quality materials. I did not say I was using inferior materials, because there is a difference between quality of high price and quality of lower price. Remember I said, remember I said substitute. When you are substituting, you should still be able to achieve it. Okay, let's say now rice is expensive and you need to feed the kids, then maybe spaghetti is kind of affordable at the moment. You buy the spaghetti and cook. The thing is, you're still going to be well fed, you're going to enjoy yourself than just going hungry. So it's just the same. So I got these materials and I started using them, because every customer, no matter the amount they pay, high or low, deserve quality. They deserve good delivery, not just giving them something that is not of good quality. So when you are substituting, ensure what you are bringing as an alternative is something that will still give you the best. Okay, like I was saying before I started recording, I said my camera, or I noticed that the output of my video recording, I don't like it. So I'm using my direct laptop camera. So I want to change. Then I already have this camera even before my laptop. Just imagine. I have this camera. So this morning I was trying to set it up, but it was delaying me. And I checked the quality. I'm like, yeah, fantastic. So I have this camera and I was not using it. You see, I'm substituting my laptop camera for this Logi camera. And sorry, they didn't pay me to advertise, but anyway, it's good. Maybe I'm still going to change to another one later. So I'm substituting for this camera, but then I am still giving you best quality. You are still going to be able to watch me in the best way, clearly. Not that it's going to reduce it. You understand? So that is how substitute should be. So let's go to the next one. The next one is combine. So I love this part. You can see I'm smiling when I want to, because when it comes to combination, hey, fashion entrepreneurs are like number one when it comes to combining. It's like it is already in us to understand how to combine things together. So most of the time, you don't have to come up with something new entirely, but the solutions actually already exist. One idea may not work alone, but you could combine several ideas, processes, or products in one more efficient output. So when we say combining, the quick example before I now tell you how you combine is just fashion entrepreneurs. You know, when they go into the markets, no matter what part you are, even those in hairdressing, they understand this bringing colors together, bringing fabrics together, mixing things to the expression. They're able to bring out a very fantastic expression. And that is how it should be about you and your business. Where are you driving this business to? Where are you bringing this business to? Where is the destination? What are the 2, 3, 4 ideas that you need to bring together to arrive? Now, someone called me some days ago and was complaining about low sales, no business, no patronage, this and that. And I told her, I said, for now, like globally, nationally, a lot of businesses are facing that. And it's not like they are facing it because of low patronage. Customers are still customers. We are still eating 3 square meals or 2 square meals. We are still wearing clothes. We are still wearing jewelries. The only thing is strategies are changing. Consumer behaviors are changing. Customer approaches are changing. In fact, not all the time is it that buying power is reducing. It is not all the time that buying power is reducing, but many things are changing. So look out there at what you can bring, at least one step at a time. What can you bring into your business that is going to help you start adjusting, that you can combine? Even if it is products and services. I'm still a dressmaker. I wish my camera had started working. I would have been able to move it around so that you can see where I am. My sewing machine is there. Fabrics are here. I have notes scattered all around. So what is it that you also can bring into your business? You understand? What is it that you can bring into your business that is going to help you to maximize all the opportunities or the profits that you intend to do? If you are someone like me that wants to bring everything into business as fashion, then you start exploring fashion. Then you look at what you can combine together to work out your business. What can you combine? Have you researched your environment to understand that if you bring in fabric sales, it's going to work? If you start selling materials, it's going to work. It can be as much as even the content creation that people are doing. Which problem have you been able to identify? I met Mr. Obina, I think, at the Zenith Tech Fair. We were sitting together then. And while we were talking, both of us were just talking about how we can bring in tech into fashion. That was the first time, he said he has heard that name before. So before we realized that we are on the same group, he's on this call listening now. So that's why I could even remember that. And both of us sat down and we're talking about how we can bring in some technology solutions in fashion. We are both into cloth making. And we are looking at what else we can combine with our fashion business. Either like when I was treating the Maslow hierarchy of need, why are you doing it? I'm so happy that a topic is going to deal with what, why, how. You understand? A topic is going to deal with all that. So it's even very, very good that we have a topic on that. You understand? So why exactly are you bringing in this thing, or why exactly do you need to bring in something else? Like the last testimonial from my class, they said, I'm always teaching these topics from another angle. Yes, it should always be like that, because even I was not who I was last year, so you should not expect me to tell you what I taught you. So I'm glad some of the people from the last class are also here benefiting. So what is it that you can bring? What problem did you see out there? Remember, I'm talking about combine. So while I'm talking about combine, I'm not telling you to totally remove your business. I just said, what can you bring in? When I started, I was talking about the dresses we are wearing. I'm wearing a blue cap, I'm wearing an orange top, I'm wearing a blue skirt, I'm wearing a black wristwatch. You understand? Even when I was setting up my small corner, when I wanted to get my table, I told the person, you need to give me this color of table because my shelf is this color, my chair is this color, it has to be this color of table. And that is still how it is, because it still has to be attractive. Maybe when I fix my camera now, we are going to start making a full video. I'll start standing sometimes to present to you. Then you see the combination that I'm giving you, because I want it to be appealing to you. You understand? So what exactly is it that when you bring to the table is going to help your business grow? I'm not telling you to just pick what you see around you that is working. I'm telling you to study, to calm down, especially for those that will be joining the paid class. You can start thinking, because your questionnaire too is your workbook is, so we are going to answer questions on each, substitute everything. That's even more of Q&A. And the person on the VIP, that one, we have to sit down and brainstorm. In short, the VIP is much more about brainstorming, me and you. You have to tell me, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Then I start asking you, what resources do you have? Like that, like that. But the gold class is just for me to explain to you, give you the workbook, and that's all. So you solve it on your own. So the combination has to make sense and has to also bring you to the results that you want for your business. Do you want to triple your income? You're earning 10,000 naira now, you want to make it 30,000 naira. What you are going to be combining should be able to give you that 30,000 naira. So that's it on combined. Then we move to adapt. Oh, sorry, let me go scroll again. I'm using a full screen so that it will not look small. If not, I would have minimized. So combine. Okay, great. So when we say, adapt, I apologize for that. I've done combine. So when we say adapt, you already even understand adapt. And let me not even dwell so much. From next week, I'm going to start recommending the podcast because I've not resumed my podcasting. Like I told you, I had some challenges with the payments stuff, so I just sorted it out. So adapt. Let's just bring a little bit. Oh, sorry. Okay, don't worry about what is on the screen. It's a note that I've already dealt with, so I may not be able to explain some of the things here. So when I say adapt, let's just take our mind back to resilience. You know, a quick thing is resilience. So you now say something, modifiers emerged while I was editing the notes, but there's no problem. I'll do it. The M is somewhere here. Let me point it for you so that when you want to read, so M is starting from here. Okay, so that's where the modifier is, so that when I start talking about it, you won't be wondering where modify is hiding. So, things are changing. If COVID-19 has not taught you so much lesson, and the Naira scarcity in Nigeria has not also taught you a lesson, well, I think you need to wake up now. Some of these things has nothing to do with even government or anything. There are changes that are happening, and you can't remain just in one position. Things are changing. The way we eat, the way we talk, the way we communicate, the way we do business is changing. Since last year, except early last year that I had 3 physical engagements, I've not done any physical class. Yet, I'm here teaching. So you also need to start adapting to the changes. You must learn to move and adapt to situations around you. Everybody is leaving the country. It is not everybody that has the luxury to live. And it is not everybody that is willing. Even those that you see that are leaving the country, they still need to go and adjust. Let's say someone is coming from an environment where he or she just acts as the likes, do anything that you want, talk to anybody that you want. Then you find yourself in a country where everything is strict. You cannot even scold a child. You have to start learning how to control yourself from within so that when kids act, you start correcting them. For someone like me, I don't beat my kids. I may not want to go into much details because this is a public video. And it is a conscious decision. I'm very strict. I took that from my parents, but I don't beat because I don't want to be in a situation where that thing will affect me outside that, because these are habits, and it's good that we've spoken about habits. These are habits. So I had to consciously stop that beating. A girl just started living with me last year, and this morning, because I'm training her on how to assist me, she's done with her secondary school. So pending when she goes to university, I told her to assist. So she's the one that has been doing all those admission processes, tagging everybody, labeling everybody. So I'm teaching her. Very soon, once I prepare my note, my post, she's going to be the one that will send it to you. In short, she's the one in charge of anything individual. Then I told her, I said, aside the way you sleep that I don't like, do I scold you? She said no. And that's the fact. It's a conscious thing. But when she sleeps, oh yeah, if I don't see this, it will not wake her. I have to apply force. There was a day I was using water, I was still sprinkling. She didn't wake up. I poured a cup. She didn't wake up. I had to bring bigger bowl to pour water on her before she woke up. Nothing is wrong with her. She just slept. So I started training her. I told her, she loves working with me. I said, if you want to work with me, number one, your sleeping attitude had to stop. So what am I doing? I'm trying to let her adapt to the way I live, because that is the only way she will enjoy me. So things are becoming expensive. It's affecting everybody, including the wealthy people. Naira is scarce. It's affecting everybody. My girls were in the market yesterday. They were shopping. They left home without cash. No cash. We did everything, including transportation, somehow. What made it always easy for me in the market, within 2 hours, they were done shopping, is that I have been doing transfer to my customers way back since when I could use the app. So I either use POS or transfer. So once I get to the market myself, the first thing I tell my customers is, Ogami, I don't have cash. Unless if you say you are going to give me cash, I don't have transport fare, I have to do transfer. I'll tell them, if I do transfer, I'll put extra 1,000 naira you're going to give me. So, me now going to the market, I don't need to wait for them to get alert, like what they are telling most people. So even they have adjusted to my style. So once my girls, because those that went to the market yesterday, that was their first time being in the market. Once they get to the market, all they do is to show them my picture. So once they show them my picture, I've already communicated, I've told them everything I want to do. Sometimes I even make payments before my assistant gets to the market. So once they see, yesterday we were even doing video calls. I was just like, because that's their first time in the market, so we're using video call to describe the market for them. You can see, adapting. So my girl went into the market yesterday without fear. When she got to Tom Jones bus stop, I told her, put on your video. Okay, yeah, that line, enter that place. Yes, that is the guy. Talk to him. They show me, good morning, sir. Yeah, this is, madam, well done. No, you didn't come to the market today. I say, yes, that's the person you'll be seeing now. And once they are done buying and I pay, and they are waiting, they don't tell them to wait. They just tell them, no worry, just tell your madam, make she send me the receipt. Then I don't use USSD. That is one thing I want you to also adjust to. I don't use USSD because USSD, may not deliver. That's when there's network challenges. Those are the ones that you'll be facing reversal. But when you're using the app most times will not give you successful if your transaction is not successful. So once I get there, I educate them. Immediately this cashless thing started, I started educating some of my customers. I will tell them, I say, don't mind me, I love teaching. I'll tell them, I say, anybody that wants to use app, let them do transfer for you. Be concerned about USSD. Then I told them too, go and download the app, because when you download the app or you set up an email to your account, you get your alert instantly or near instantly. But the app is like you being in the bank on their counter. So as you're doing your transaction, it is recording. So you will see it in your previous transaction history. And that's it. You need to adjust. Don't wait for your business to, don't expect customers to adjust to you. When we get to customer, you will even understand what I'm talking about. Don't wait for your customers to adjust to you. You should be the one to let your customer know that I am ready. Don't worry. Do it, Pam, I'm coming. But please, one step at a time so that you will not be overwhelmed, or you will not do it to an extent by which you will now break down. Anybody that has known me for a while, you would have seen this in me. Last year, it was like, I'm not going to do anything again. I was going to do it. In fact, most of the things that I did last year when I was on break were just mental, like psychological. Like, I need to be ready. Am I ready? Am I ready to do this thing for 1 year? Am I ready to do it for 5 years? Motivating myself, had my therapy sessions. Then I have my workshop behind the house, but I don't work there. I don't even enter that place. It's only sometimes when I want to cut. When I want to cut clothes by myself, that I go there, because the table there is very wide. So I will go there and I'll cut, because if I don't disconnect myself, detach my thinking from that place, I will not be able to sit with you conveniently, not disturbing. Yesterday, I couldn't do anything, like nothing. I was in front of my system, but I couldn't do anything. And that is the reason why you are just getting notifications today. Otherwise, you would have gotten it yesterday. So it was when I woke up this morning, I was just like, okay, let me send out this flyer. So, things like that, I needed to be sure, because I need to be able to do the business the way the business is expected to be done. So I said, okay, let me not do that. Okay, in case of this, and if there's no need, an example is the adoption of this cashless policy that we're talking about. Then, even up to now, COVID-19 is still on our tongues. I mean, we're still talking about it. Many brands could not hold international catwalks then. So we had to, even I was planning to, I'm still going to do it. Let me see. Someone like Mojisola or Madame Deborah and Madame Olurotimi Abiola should be able to talk about this, all these my three madams. If you remember, 2021, we were planning to hold an audio fashion show. Don't go and carry my idea. Don't worry, you don't have the details. You can't do it the way I'm going to do it. So I'm not afraid telling you. Because we need to adapt. I need to let you come for this fashion show via audio. Sit in your house and do things. Some of my classes now, the criteria, let me not tell you that one. Because we are going to be doing a lot. We're going to be holding conferences that it will not be like this. It has to look so real. that you're going to be sitting beside me. You understand? A lot of things, you know. Then a lot of businesses ever since then, not even outside fashion. My younger sister has not stepped in the office up till now, since COVID-19 period, because she's in tech, so it has been working from home, marking their 3rd year now, working from home. She's in Ibadan, working in Lagos and somewhere else. And this other company she's working with, ordinarily, if there is no COVID-19, they would have told her to move to that country to come and work. But now, working in Nigeria, working outside Nigeria, right from the comfort of our home. I'm teaching people here, teaching people in Ghana, teaching people in South Africa, teaching people in US, teaching people in UK. Even here, I have someone that at least I know is not in Nigeria, and she is right here. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. You start looking at it that, okay, a beautiful lady this week gave me a fantastic feedback, even though it was based on SWOT analysis and habits. And it's just that. She said she looked at her weaknesses and understood that these were the challenges, and she started working on it. So she's adjusting, because it is when you can adjust and adapt to what is happening in your environment or what is expected. That is when you'll be able to build your business resilience. Because when we talk about entrepreneurship and real businesses, challenges will always come. But then people will not realize that you are facing the challenges, because they'll be wondering. 2011 or 12, there was a day a customer came into my house and started packing other customers' food. Though the person whom she packed her clothes is a friend as well. And I was not feeling well. I was very, very ill. So I was making my own dress. And this lady came in, she wanted her dress done, and I told her I'm not feeling well. I think it has to do with not paying. Yeah, I think it has to do with not paying to an extent. So I told her I wasn't feeling well. And she said, every day, you're not feeling well, you're not feeling well, every day, you're not feeling well. But despite you not feeling well, there is no day I come into this place, you're not on your sewing machine. I told her, I'm honestly not feeling well. It's just that at that point, my sewing machine, for those that will be doing much more, you get this. Let me just hang it there. So that period, I have another story that I meant to share, but I leave it for the right time. That period, my sewing machine, when I sit on it and put my head like this, it helps me to understand that I need to get up in time so that I can go back to work. So that day, in fact, that one dress, I made it for like 5 or 6 days. So it's just that I've taken my medication. I need to relax. I come to the sewing machine. You can understand things like that. I'm not telling you to work when you are not feeling well. That was then. That was 12 years ago. That's not me now. You understand? So people, you need to understand all these things. How can you bring in innovation? And you may be surprised that that innovation that you will be bringing into the business may even be a modification that people will adapt. You may even be a pioneer in bringing in a big idea, or working on an idea, or bringing in an innovation that every other people too will adapt. Because at this period, people need even ideas on how they can adapt to challenges, to changes, to family. You are human. It's not always about business alone. There are a lot of things you need to adapt to, even the weather. Even your own body system, your health may be what needs that adapting. Your children, my kids are around now. I had to do some driving to be able to sit here without noise, or else my assistant facilitator would have been on my lap, mimicking what I'm saying, adapting, working from home, teaching from home. You understand? So that's that. Then we move to modify. So let me see, because like I said, I'm not going to teach everything in the free class. It's meant for the paid class. You understand? So modify. When they say modify, it is SCAMPER, SCAMPER. So we are stopping on modify. Don't worry, put to another use. She's already talking to you from under the modify. Modify is in 3 aspects, but it's on the workbook. It's on the workbook for people like, I think, Suliat, Deborah. You have the workbook. So you will see that modify is even something that I broke down into 2 other parts, because when you are modifying, there are different things that has to do with modification. So you modify an aspect of your product, or you minify. So let me use the dresses again as an example when we talk about modifying. Or let me use your office. Let's not make it look like just one product. So due to the way business are changing, let's say you find yourself in an environment whereby it is even lower. Let me not even talk about higher, because I want you to understand that it is not only when your business is meant for the VIPs that you are going to earn. And let me talk about even this class now. Okay, we're talking about VIP class, gold class. What if I buy me a coffee and all of you bought me a coffee? I have 240 people. So out of the 200, I think 245 as of today, out of the 245, let's say everybody is giving me 500 naira. That's less than $1. So you're giving me that, and let's say 100 out of you are giving me that, and it is now 100 in 500 places. That's about 50,000 just sitting with you. Then let me say someone now paid. Let me say the VIP, I just got one person for the VIP now, because VIP now there's a discount. So it's 20,000 naira. So, and I'm still going to sit for the same hours. So who did you see that pay me at the end of the day? And that is a kind of modification. I want to do this class. It's not going to be totally free. I've been able to adjust it to give you some for free, adjust it to give you some at a discounted rate. Then I've given you some, because there are some people that are like, no, I want her to sit down. This thing, I don't understand all this. I want her to sit down and tell me what to do. Then you get there. Then I now realize that some people don't even want me to talk about all these things. They've done, I'm not interested in all this class, but I need to talk to you in some other parts of my business. Then I brought in 2 other models. I called one the executive, exclusively executive. Then I called one just the clarity and discovery call. And this is something that a lot of people that are just starting business always come to me for. So now tell me, madam, you see, I'm not paying for your VIP class. I'm not paying for your gold class. I want to pay for your discovery call. So your discovery call, now you make your payment, then you sat down, you ask me questions that you want me to answer. That is a form of modification. It is still one thing, but I've told you 5 packages. You understand? The same thing with your office. When you open the office, When you just started, because you're just starting, no much things there. Then when the money started coming, you need to start putting one thing or the other. And modification also has to do with something existing, just like substitute. Substitute, you are replacing, alternate. While modify, that one thing, you are making it, you are adjusting it also to a level, or you are increasing it to a level. So it's just for you to just put one or two things together to make it still work out very fine. That is what modify is. You understand? So your products, your services, which area do you think if you modify will help you? And most of these things are even going to save you the problem of cost, or let me say expenses. Let me not even say cost. Yeah, cost is involved, but expenses. The same. Very soon I'm going to be changing background, but let me tell you a secret today. It's the same place. The same place. Because of who I know I am, I'm this kind of person that paints one room in 4 to 5 colors. So this place is white. This is just like a box in my sitting room. I have an actual space that is very white that I've prepared, but because I've not arranged the pictures that I want to put there, behind me are all of my artwork, things like this that I want to use to decorate everywhere. So I have about 10 of them. Then you'll be seeing me using 10 different places with 10 different setups. They are all the same room. This part is painted ash. I have a part that is painted pink. I have a part that has a beautiful wallpaper. And these are all these things, the same room. Same one room, but different modification, so that the output of my videos will be different. Then also modification can even be the virtual background. The reason why I don't like using virtual background is that when you're shaking your head, it will be giving you some kind of shadows. So once I do the upgrade that will clear all those shadows, then I'll be using my virtual background back. It's also some form of modification, because when I use the virtual background, that means the expenses is even reduced, because it costs money to have the wallpaper. It costs money to give it a beautiful paint. It costs money to get all the artwork. It costs money to do some setup. But because of modification, the same space, the same thing I'm using, everything is what you're still going to, what I'm still doing, except I did some form of modification. When we get to the class, I'm going to expand on how this modification can work for your products and your services. So I'll just talk about the rest, then I'm going to wrap up for today's class. So we say, I talked about purpose, like purpose. So that's put into another use, very similar to adapt. So this one, fantastic. It's like what you're doing already, then you just put it to another use. Just like when we get to sustainability, I'm going to bring back this topic. So I deliberately use some topics so that as we are moving forward, started with some topics, so that as we are moving forward, you'll be able to do something. My assistant facilitator is already here. No, you have to. Please, let me pause a little so that I can control the situation around, or else you're going to have 2 teachers. Thank you for understanding. So when you put to another use is for you to what you're using before, you put to another use. So let's say I just described my sitting room now for you. You already have a mental picture of it. So tomorrow I can decide to turn it to a boutique, or I can decide to turn it to a store. So that's just a fast thing I can talk about. So eliminate, you remove, you understand. This is considering how to simplify or remove unnecessary things. You decluster. When we decluster, in fact, I already have the woman I want to use as one of my projects on my street. We are going to decluster that place, declutter everything, remove it. I said decluster, you declutter everything, remove, what is not necessary from your product, your services, your life, your business, So Scamper is not just for your business, it can be for anything that you are working on that is relative. So then the R is reverse. So I'm using notes today. I didn't transfer it as a slide, so I'm using my notes today. So that is it. Reverse. Let me see, how best can I? Okay, let me just see. Reverse, you already understand what reverse means. So you're already driving the car, and you just decide that no, in order to maximize the opportunity, make the best out of my profit, get everything that I know, I need to go back and do some things, then I start moving on. So there are times in our businesses that we need to reverse, or you need to look at what you have before and see how you can make it relevant. So that your ability to move back or to take something that you've done before and reuse it. So this one is reverse or reuse. That's it. So like some of my classes now, let me see, this person is not in class. There was someone in the last class that told us that she was stop sharing. Yeah, there was someone in the last class that was telling me that she was in my first class. And, while I was preparing for this 10th month, because I'm talking of 5 years, I may add up some things next year, upper year, because times will continue to change. So what did I do? I've gone back to what I taught them in 2018 to reintroduce it to part of my curriculum. So why did that happen? When I was doing most of my classes last year, some things were coming up. People were asking me about pricing. In fact, a lot of people were not even asking me about marketing strategies. I think there was so much of that out there, social media, this. So they were talking about pricing and charging. In our own business, my own kind of business that is like dressmaking. It's about me putting a charge, telling you how to charge this person, how to profile your customers, all those things. So the questions were coming so much in that direction. And I'm like, okay, people really want to understand how to charge customers, how to price customers, how to understand how to understand what category to fix their customer pricing and all that. And so I had to bring it back. That's a part of reuse and reverse. So I had to go back to my books of 2018 and I had to reintroduce it. So a typical example of reverse and reuse. So with these few points of mine, I hope I have delivered so well to my wonderful family. Because this is building like a community again in the nearest future. that you know that yes, you've gone through Fashion Powerhouse, you've seen this my beautiful face, and then you know that going through me and Fashion Powerhouse has switched on a bulb in you. And also, I want to tell you, we've come to the end of the free classes for the month of February. So see you again for these classes by middle of March 2023. The date will be announced. So the time in between is for you to enjoy the election, the transition process. So after the gubernatorial elections is when we are going to resume, and for the paid classes to happen, and also whoever is on my VIP call. So we have 2 weeks to do that. Then this is a bit rushed. We are supposed to ensure everything is 4 weeks. That is the first week is always for the free class. So free class is going to be happening for just 1 week. Then the remaining 3 weeks is for the paid and the VIP calls that I'm going to get it. You understand? So that is it. So we've come to the end of it all. By Monday, we may not do anything for Monday, and we may, depending on the meeting I'm having with those that are on the paid call. So by Monday, we are going to be starting that class. If you did start and grow your fashion business, you should understand that most of the topics here does not belong to you. And then being on this call can help you to be able to fill that workbook. Last year, while testing this program, I trained about 40 people and I gave them the workbook. Nobody in that class submitted their workbook. Yeah, I know what is there. Even me that wrote it, sometimes when I sit with that workbook, I still need to rack this my brain, crack it very well to get answers. And the beautiful thing about it is, even answering those questions are some of the reasons why I'm in front of you, and some of the reasons why I can write out my pitches, and some of the reasons why I can apply for some opportunities, some of the reasons why I can also do some presentations. You understand? And that is fact. And it's also helped my life because it's not just about business alone. At the end of the day, you are the most integral part of your business. So that's it. If you have any question, contribution for me, let's get that done. And for team replay, if you want to talk to me, just indicate and I'm going to unmute your microphone. Otherwise, we are done with today. I'm with you. Trying to confirm someone's contact. Okay. I see. Hello. I'm listening. You can speak now. I've allowed you to speak.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Please, I just want to ask, how much does it, for the gold class, how can one register and is how much?
Sorry. I can hear you. I wasn't hearing you before.
Okay.